So that's probably mine. Yeah.
That's probably yours. Okay, your father's number,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Great. Okay, let's start. Um, so we were doing statistics. Last time मैंने mean, median, mode तीनों बता दिए थे for all different types of um, organized data. That means on all different types of writing data. उसके लिए अपन ने देखा था mean, median and mode. That was for unorganized data, which is raw data. Then उसके बाद ungrouped frequency table and then grouped frequency table के लिए mean, median and mode कैसे निकालना था. ठीक है. All were quite simple. कुछ भी ज़्यादा उसमें difficult नहीं था. Everything was very like quite easy to understand. Okay, simply. So can you किसी को कोई problem है last class में से last class में से? No. Okay. Alright. So फिर मैंने ये भी बताया था कि जब अपन data characteristics देखते हैं, then central tendencies are not just what we look at. Central tendencies मतलब mean, median and mode. उसके अलावा भी हम उसके आसपास कैसा डेटा डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है, दैट इज आल्सो क्वाइट इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द डेटा इज एक्चुअली गिवन टू अस और how is the data that we have actually calculated been. So just looking at central tendencies is not sufficient. तो अब अपन central tendencies के respect में how the data is being distributed or it is being spread, that is what we are looking at in today's class. ठीक है, that the spread of data in respect to the central tendencies. So now सबसे पहले there are four ways that we can of course there are more in this chapter. There are only four ways in which we are looking at that distribution, that is either by range or by quartiles or by variance or standard deviation. Everyone has their own pros and cons. Some places we will be using range and quartiles. Some place we will be doing using variance and standard deviation. ठीक है, तो we'll be discussing everything like that. Okay, so सबसे पहले this is spread of data. First one is range. So range is understood quite easily. This is just the highest value minus the lowest value. That is our range. ठीक है, तो same example I'll be taking जो मैंने last class में लिया था. I was taking the example of my internet connection. Say the minimum internet speed is 2 Mbps and the maximum is 80 Mbps. तो उसका range कितना हो जाएगा? 80 minus 2, that is 78 Mbps. That is my range. So range, इसके फायदे ये हो जाएंगे कि we just know the limits, extreme limits of the data कि कहाँ से कहाँ तक vary कर रहा है. But again, it is not giving us a very good idea about how the data is distributed inside that range. It is just dependent on the extreme values. ठीक है, middle में क्या हो रहा है, we do not get the information from this quantity. ठीक है, so it is affected by outliers. Outliers का meaning होता है extreme values which is very different from our usual data values. ठीक है, so it is affected by outliers. So it is not a very good representation of the data if outliers are there in the data. Second, quartiles. Now quartiles are very easy to understand. What it means is, जैसे median क्या करता है, median divides the data into two equal parts, two equal halves. Similarly, quartiles means that they divide the data into four equal parts. They divide the data into four equal parts. ठीक है, So something, say suppose मेरे पास ऐसे values हैं, median will divide the data into two parts, two equal parts. फिर इसके मीडियन, ये वाला जो डेटा हो गया, इसका अगर हाफ लिया मैंने, तो दैट इज क्वार्टाइल नंबर 1, Q1 से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, विच इज द लोअर क्वार्टाइल. एंड द अदर हाफ, उसका जो सेंटर लेंगे, the point which the value which is dividing it into two equal halves, this is Q3. This is known as upper quartile. Median is usually represented by Q2 because this is the middle quartile. ठीक है? So Q1, Q2, Q3, these are our three quartiles which are dividing the data into into four equal parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. So quartiles जैसे अपन पढ़ रहे हैं, it is dividing into 4 equal parts. Similarly, we can take 5 divisions or 6 divisions or 10 divisions, or we can do 100 divisions. If we are doing 100 divisions, then it is known as percentile. So when we are discussing percentile, it would mean that I'm dividing the data into 100 equal parts. Right now, quartiles means we are dividing the data into 4 equal halves, 4 equal parts. Lower quartile, upper quartile. Now we can understand from here that lower quartile के इस तरफ वाला जो है, this is 25% of the data. This is also 25% of the data. This is also 25%. This is also 25%. So if we look at the values from lower quartile to upper quartile, this value, this is the middle half of the data. This is the middle half of the data. This is the lower half, this is the upper half. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. Middle half ये होगा, ये lower होगा और ये upper होगा, not half. This is lower values and these are the upper values. These are the middle half of the values. क्योंकि ये 50% हो जाएंगी, ये 25 और ये 25 हो जाएंगी. So it is the middle half. And upper quartile minus lower quartile gives us the interquartile range. Which is represented by IQR. This is equal to upper quartile minus lower quartile. So the IQR is giving us the middle half of the values. No, it is giving us the range of the middle half of the values. देखो क्या समझ में आया क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, I'm repeating. Quartiles means we are dividing the data into 4 parts. Median divides the data into 2 equal parts. This is the middle quartile, which is represented by Q2. The upper half को अगर मैंने और हाफ में डिवाइड किया, 2 हाफ में डिवाइड किया, तो एक उस क्वार्टाइल को Q1 से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, which is lower quartile. The other half, अगर उसको मैंने हाफ में डिवाइड किया, 2 halves में डिवाइड किया, तो that is represented by Q3, which is upper quartile. This is representing 25%, 25%, 25% and 25% of the data. So the values between the lower quartile and the upper quartile become the middle half of the data. And if I take upper quartile minus lower quartile, this is known as interquartile range, IQR, which is giving us the range of the middle half of the data. Okay, so this is quartiles. Now, the process of finding quartiles is quite easy. Process simple हो जाएगा, मतलब simple है. What we do is first we find median by the way that we had find median previously. That means odd अगर observations हैं, तो n by 2 plus n plus 1 upon 2th observation will be the median if n is odd. This will be the median. If n is even, in that case, the mean of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th observation will be the median. This is how we found median. उसके बाद similar way से we will find the lower quartile. लोअर क्वार्टाइल को फाइंड करने का मतलब है कि इस वाले हाफ का मैं मीडियन निकाल रहा हूं. इन द सेम वे वी विल फाइंड द अपर क्वार्टाइल. दैट मींस इस वाले हाफ का आई एम फाइंडिंग द मीडियन. सो दैट इज हाउ वी प्रोसीड. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. This is our data: 12, 24, 17, 10, 16, 29, 22, 18, 32, 20. We want to find the median, then Q1 and Q3, and then the IQR. So the first step क्या होगा बताओ? First step क्या करना है अपने को?
सॉर्ट करना पड़ेगा ना.
Sort ascending या descending order में, right? Right. Okay, so we will be writing in ascending or descending. Let's take ascending so that we are not confused. So 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24, 29, 32. This is our ascending order. Now we want to find the median. So median find करने के लिए क्या करना है?
So first we'll check if it's odd or even, and I think in this case it's even, so we can normally divide.
Normally divide मतलब?
n by 2.
नहीं, बिल्कुल गलत है.
So even में n by 2 ही तो करते हैं.
अच्छा.
नहीं n plus 1, n by 2 plus 1.
गलत.
I'm confused.
Because तूने सुना ही नहीं. मैंने अभी तो रिवाइज वापस करवाया है. पूरी क्लास में मैंने लास्ट क्लास यही लिया था और अभी भी मैंने ये बताया. तूने सही से देखा ही नहीं है उसको. हर्ष क्या होता है? एचजी.
So we take two terms. In this case, it's in even number of terms. So it's the n by 2 plus 1th term and the n by 2th term. Like from left, the push should be equal on both sides. Left and right. Then we'll divide it by 2.
तो ऐसे क्या बोल रहा है इतना सब? बोलना सिर्फ मीन लेंगे. We'll take the mean of n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term. उसका मीन लेना है अपने को. So if there are even number of observations, n by 2 2th term, n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term का मीन लेना है. So अगर 10 terms हैं तो 5th term and 6th term का मीन लेंगे. That is 18 plus 20 upon 2, which is 19. This is our median. दिव्यानी. दिव्यानी समझ में आया क्या? तूने क्या गलती करी है?
Yes, I understood now. I'll follow this. हाँ समझ आ गया मेरे को. So
19 is our median. So यहाँ पे median आ गया अपना 19. So this is our one half. This is our second half. अब अपने को Q1 and Q3
can you एक बार write this formula again? Here I'll write it again so that I remember.
यार क्या कर रहे हो? बार बार यही करते रहेंगे क्या अपन? एक ही चीज.
Sorry.
median if n is even is equal to n by 2 2th plus n by 2 plus 1th term का mean. If n is odd, median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation. चलो वापस आ जाओ इस पे. So this is one half, that is second half. Now in this half there are 5 observations. So 5 observations हैं, n is odd, तो ये वाला अपना करेंगे अपन. n plus 1 by 2th observation will be our median. That is third observation here. So this is our Q1. This is our lower quartile. यहाँ पे भी 5 observation है. Middle observation ये वाली हो जाएगी. This is our Q3. Upper quartile. So IQR is equal to upper quartile minus lower quartile, which is equal to 24 minus 16. So this is 8. Okay. So now, how do we identify an outlier? That can also be, we can define a way to identify an outlier. So अभी तक जो मैंने definition दी थी outlier की, that was kind of informal. So we were not giving some mathematical expression for an outlier. It was just saying that the value which is very different from other values, either it is very high or it is very low to all the other values, in respect to all the other values, then it is an outlier. तो अपन उसके लिए एक expression दे सकते हैं outliers के लिए. So we can say that an outlier is some value. So upper outlier, I am not able to recall that term. Is it upper boundary? Yeah. So just a value which is greater than upper quartile, that is Q3, plus 1.5 times into IQR. अगर कोई वैल्यू इस से ऊपर होगी, इससे ज्यादा होगी, तो वो एक आउटलायर हो जाएगा. और if it is less than Q1, which is lower quartile, minus 1.5 into IQR. So this is our boundary for the data. यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक अपनी boundary हो गई. इसके बाहर, इससे either it is less than that or it is more than that. In that case, it will be an outlier. देखो example लेता हूँ. Data is given 3, 7, 8, 8, 5, 9, 10, 12, 14, 7, 1, 3, 8, 16, 8, 6, 9, 10, 13, and 7. This is our raw data. We want to find any outliers, mean, median, median, Q1, Q3, and IQR. First step will be to arrange it in ascending order. तो arrange करते हैं पहले. One, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16. 10 is 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 19. One value is missing. 13. Right, so this is our ascending order. First step. अब अपने को मीडियन बताना है, तो जल्दी से बताओ मीडियन. Yes, median.
So even number है ना इसमें. तो एक सेकंड. 8 होगा.
कौन सा ऑब्जर्वेशन है? कौन कौन सा ऑब्जर्वेशन का मीन है?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sir, it's 8.
8, right. कितने ऑब्जर्वेशंस? 20 ऑब्जर्वेशंस हो गए. So
Yeah.
n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th observation का mean, that is 10th observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th observation and 11th observation का mean. So that is 8. इन दोनों का mean आ जाएगा. That is our median, which is 8. Now Q1 and Q3 find करना है. So Q1 and Q3, जल्दी से बताओ Q1 and Q3.
So Q1 is 3.
3.
The first 5 terms, we have arranged it, and the first quartile will be the first 5 terms.
First 5 terms. Quartile is not a group of terms. It is one term, one value, not a term also.
So it will be 6.5.
6.5. How?
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
So because it's an even number of observations.
Right. Even number of observations. तो अपन कितने observations आ रही हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 observations. So we will take 5th and 6th observations का mean. HR, तेरे को क्या problem आ रही थी?
So, I took the median of the first 5 terms.
First 5 terms. Why first 5 terms?
Because what I know of quartiles is you divide it into 4 sections, and so एक बार आप quartiles explain कर ही दो एक बार मुझे जल्दी से.
मैंने अभी तो किया है quartiles explain.
सर मुझे सुना ही नहीं इस फोन में तो मतलब.
क्यों?
So I don't know. Probably maybe your voice didn't come through.
अरे मैंने अभी तक इतना पूरा क्वार्टाइल एक्सप्लेन तो किया था थोड़ी देर पहले पूरा. क्या कर रहा है यार? पहले पूछना चाहिए था. फिर इतनी देर से मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? और क्वार्टाइल means we are dividing, जैसे मीडियन 2 हाफ में डिवाइड कर रहा है वैसे क्वार्टाइल 4 हाफ में डिवाइड करेगा, ठीक है. देयर विल बी 3 क्वार्टाइल्स. जैसे ये डेटा आ गया तो मीडियन विल डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 हाफ्स. अब ये एक अपर लोअर हाफ हो गया, ये अपर हाफ हो गया. देन इसमें से इसको अपन को दो इक्वल पार्ट में डिवाइड करने के लिए एक वैल्यू चाहिए which will be our Q1 which is lower quartile.
Right, sir. So the mistake I was making was I just said there are 20 terms and I divided it by 4. So it'll be 4 groups of 5. तो वो मैं गलत करता है. So मैं समझ में आ गया. You take the median, you have 2 halves and then you half the 2 halves.
Yeah.
Yeah, समझ में आ गया. ठीक.
Similarly इसका भी करेंगे तो ये Q3 हो जाएगा which is upper quartile. तो तूने क्या किया अभी जब मैं पूरा एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था तब?
Sir, the voice didn't come through.
So you should have told me that. What did you think, that I was not speaking at all or what?
No, I have it on phone. So I can see, I mean I can see what you're doing, but like your voice wasn't coming through.
Yeah, so you have it on your phone, still you can see what I'm speaking now.
No, yeah, but मुझे लगा नहीं था तब, थोड़ा कम attention पे कर रहा था.
Okay, अभी clear है?
हाँ, समझ में आ गया.
ठीक है. So यहाँ पे अभी median है ये 8. Now this is the lower half. इसका median निकालना है 10 observations. We will take 5th and 6th observation का mean. So 5th and 6th observation, 6 and 7 का mean will be 6.5. That is our lower quartile. Upper quartile, again 10 observations. So now we need 5th and 6th observation का mean. तो count करो 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5th, this is 6th. दोनों का mean again 10. So this is Q3, which is 10. This is our upper quartile. ठीक है. So from here we get that IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1, which is 10 minus 6.5. So this is 3.5. IQR is 3.5. Now if I want to write any outliers, so I'll have to check these. ठीक है. You can say that this is the upper boundary and this is the lower boundary. If it is less than this boundary, then it is an outlier. If it is above this value, then it is an outlier. So check करते हैं outlier के लिए. पहले upper boundary check कर लेते हैं. This will be equal to Q3, which is 10 plus 1.5 into IQR, which is 3.5. So 10 plus 1.5 into 3.5 कितना है?
5.25.
5.25. So 5.25. This is 15.25. This is our upper boundary. So is any value which is greater than 15.25? 16. So this is an outlier for us. This is an outlier. There can be multiple outliers. जरूरी नहीं कि एक ही हो. Lower boundary. This is equal to Q1, which is 6.5 minus 1.5 into IQR. So 6.5 minus 5.25. This is equal to 1.25. So 1.25 से अगर कोई वैल्यू छोटी है तो that will be an outlier. ऐसी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. नहीं, 1.25 से छोटी है ना, 1 है. So 1 is an outlier. Yes. So again 1 is also an outlier. Though it doesn't look like कि outlier होगा, But by this definition of our boundary or lower boundary and upper boundary, it is an outlier. We'll take it as an outlier.
So this boundary stays the same for all the same sets of data, or does it change?
Boundary depends on these values. ना ये वाला अपन ने define किया है तो data change हो गया
No,
तो
no,
ये भी
like the
values
other,
change.
like Q1 और Q3 के अलावा जो बाकी है जैसे वो that doesn't affect, right? Like that doesn't change. That stays constant for all
This
sets of
one?
data. Yeah.
सिर्फ 1.5 constant है. IQR भी तो change हो जाएगा.
हाँ. Well, like 1.5 will stay constant.
Yeah, 1.5. All right. So this is about quartiles. Now, standard deviation and variance अपन थोड़ा सा late करेंगे, percentile also. Let's look at some ways to represent the data. First is column graph. Which is what we call bar graphs. Column graphs are used to represent discrete values of x. Discrete values of data. इसको represent करने के लिए हम column graph use करते हैं. For example, if I want to write the expenditure of an household, तो यहाँ पे अपन expenses, different expenses को यहाँ पे name कर देते हैं. Say one is rent, groceries, car maintenance, then electricity, then water, whatever. तो ये अपने पास 4-5 डाल दिए अपन ने. तो इनकी values यहाँ पे डाल देते हैं. Their expenses will be given by the height of the bar graph, height of these columns. Like this. This is the column graph. This is representing, the y-axis is representing the value of these, either the value or you can say the frequency. So frequency is also represented by, represented on the y-axis. The different discrete values are represented on the x-axis. Like this. So this is in thousands. You can understand. This is 2,000, 4,000, and so on. So rent अपना 10,000 हो गया, groceries 6,000 हो गई, car is 8,000, electricity is 4,000, 4.5, and water is say 3,000. So this is helping us represent the data in a easy to read manner. In this, when we are writing this or representing this, the width of this column is constant. It is constant here. This is same. तो अगर ये वाली 1 unit है तो ये भी 1 unit है, ये भी 1 unit है, ये भी 1 unit है, सारे 1 unit है. And the gap between these columns is also a constant. So if this is 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. This is how we represent data using column graph.
So isn't that like a very similar graph to this, where all of those values are like joined together?
वो histogram होता है.
Histogram, yeah. दैट इज ये वाला तो डिस्क्रीट वैल्यूज के लिए हुआ, ठीक है। हिस्टोग्राम अपन बनाएंगे फॉर कंटिन्यूअस ग्रुप डेटा। अब डिस्क्रीट वैल्यूज के अलावा कौन से तरीके के
So
आपने
I
देखा था?
have a question.
या
Like right now you said that column graph is used to like represent data. So if they give us a particular set of data and they ask us to make a graph, so should we like to decipher between making a histogram and like a bar graph like you showed right now? We'll see the continuity of the data, right? If it's a continuous data, we'll go for histogram.
कंटिन्यूअस डेटा का मीनिंग क्या है?
Continuous in the sense that there are no breaks in the middle, maybe that sense.
Continuous means that if it is in the form of class intervals, continuous class intervals के फॉर्म में अगर हो तो।
Acha.
If it is in the form of continuous class intervals, then we make histograms. Otherwise, we use column graphs. So second is for group data. Group data में either it can be continuous or discontinuous. तो पहले discontinuous वाला देखते हैं. Discontinuous that is of the form discontinuous of the form. जैसे यहाँ पे होता है 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. यहाँ पे frequency आ गई like this. So this is not continuous. This is 0 to 10, उसके बाद break आ गया, फिर 11 to 20 है, फिर break आ गया, फिर 21 to 30 है. It is not continuous. So यहाँ पे graph ऐसा बनेगा. Zero to 10 we take here. Say 10 यहाँ पे mark कर दिया, 20, 30, 40 and so on. So 0 से 10 के लिए ये column हो गया. फिर 11 to 20 start करेंगे, 11 से 20 start करेंगे like this. Then 21 to 30 we will start. Then 31 to 40. So there will be a gap between them. It will not be touching each other. The column will not be touching each other. There will be a gap, small gap between them. जो भी मतलब यूनिट के हिसाब से, say this is 1 cent, this is अगर 1 centimeter, तो ये जो गैप आएगा this will be 1 mm, as this is only 10 से 11 के बीच में जो गैप है वो वाला है. So this type of graph, again this is column graph only, but this is not for discrete, it is for discontinuous group data. Discontinuous group data. So जहां पे भी ब्रेक आ रहा है बीच में वहां पे अपन कॉलम ग्राफ यूज करने वाले हैं. But if there is continuous class intervals, say 0 to 5, then 5 to 10, then 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Now this is continuous. 0 से 5 है, 5 से 10. There is no break in between. So in this case, the graph will be a histogram. So when there is continuous group data, इसके लिए हम histogram बनाएंगे. So there is no gap in histograms. 0 से 5, 5, 10, 15 and 20 mark किया यहाँ पे. Y axis पे again frequency. So 0 to 5 frequency is 2. So this is like this. यहाँ से 5 to 10 it is 3. So ये ऐसा ग्राफ बन जाएगा. 10 to 15 4 and 4 15 to 25. So there is no gap. ठीक है? This is an histogram. Simple representations. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? So continue करते हैं.
सर एक मिनट रुक जाओ, मैं बस खत्म कर दूं.
So you can mark this is a second type of graph, histogram. Representation. करें क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Box and whisker diagrams. Third. Also known as box plot. यहाँ पे अपन quartiles use करेंगे to represent the data. So it is helping us understand how the data is being distributed with respect to the median. ठीक है? Median के respect में अपन कैसे distribute हो रहा है data. It will be helping us represent that. So there are 5 quantities that we will need. 5 quantities कौन सी हैं? We will be needing the minimum value to plot the box and whisker diagram. Minimum value, then Q1, which is the lower quartile, then third is median, fourth is upper quartile, Q3, and fifth is the maximum value. You can add one more here if you just want to write it for your information. Sixth ये हो जाएगा कि outliers कौन से हैं. So this is not optional.
Box and whisker, right?
Yes. क्यों? यहाँ पे
No,
whisker.
I'm just asking कि वो year if I'm reading wrong.
I didn't understand. क्या?
So I asked you that because I thought that if I'm reading, like if I've written wrong, if it's box and whisker, if it's something else. I just like asked to double check.
Yes, box and whisker. So this is our required information, what we require to make the diagram. Now let's take an example to help us understand how to make this. Okay, do you guys have your book?
Yes, sir.
सबके पास है क्या?
So I'll
Yes,
just
sir.
open the PDF. So
ठीक है. So it'll be great if you can open the PDF. I don't have to write it again. Because I am taking the same example जो अभी मैंने लिया था. This is example 9 from page 335. ठीक है, करें स्टार्ट. ओके, सो सबके पास ओपन है क्या बुक?
Yes, sir.
The data values are given to us. We need these 5 values first to plot the to plot the box plot. क्या मैं सही बोल रहा हूँ? Box plot the box. Let me just check one time. कहीं पे लिखा हुआ है क्या इसमें ऐसा? To draw a box plot लिखा हुआ है. Okay. All right. So to draw a box plot, minimum value, Q1, median, Q3, maximum value, and if there are any outliers, वो हम कैसे represent करेंगे? तो minimum value from the data is 1. Q1 अपन ने अभी निकाला ही था. Same example है, so I'm not writing it again. I'm just using from the book. This is 6.5. Median was 8. Q3 was 10. Maximum value was 16. And outliers were there, which were 1 and 16. Okay? After all this information, we can draw the box plot. So make a number line kind of thing. जहाँ पे numbers plot करेंगे, मतलब range we will be plotting using scale. So 1 से 16 तक range जा रही है. So we can start from 0, then go to 16. Like this. So 1 to 16 we want on this number line. After this, now median अपने पास 8 आ रहा है, तो median अपने पास 8 है. Okay, interquartile range. Okay, जरूरत नहीं है. Median is 8. This is our median. Q1 is 6.5, that is here. Q2 is 10, that is here. तो यहाँ पे जो Q1 और Q3 के बीच में है, वहां पे अपन एक बॉक्स बनाएंगे like this. We'll make a box from Q1 to Q3. That is for interquartile range. एंड मीडियन जो है उसके लिए अपन एक बॉक्स के अंदर स्ट्रेट लाइन बनाएंगे लाइक दिस. पॉइंट्स मैंने सिर्फ अपने मार्किंग के लिए लिया था, वो पॉइंट्स बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है अंदर. वी जस्ट वांट टू मेक दिस बॉक्स इन द इंटरक्वार्टाइल रेंज एंड one line in the box for the median, representing the median. After that, minimum value is 1, maximum value is 16. That is from the data. But we know that 1 and 16 are outliers. 1 and 16 are outliers. तो 1 and 16 जो outliers होते हैं उसको हम asterisk से represent करते हैं in the box and Whisker diagram. We'll represent them by an asterisk. They are not they are written in this way. They are represented in this way. Outliers को asterisk से represent करेंगे. Now minimum value we had taken 1. बट अब क्योंकि ये आउटलायर है तो हम मिनिमम वैल्यू 1 नहीं लेंगे. वी विल टेक द नेक्स्ट मिनिमम वैल्यू. सो नेक्स्ट मिनिमम वैल्यू कौन सी है? इट इज 3. नेक्स्ट मिनिमम वैल्यू इज 3. सो 3 तक अपन minimum value लेंगे. So this, there will be a line coming here, or a ray you can say, from this to this, which is till 3.
So basically, once we've calculated our outliers, and because those will also be the maximum and minimum value, we'll take the second maximum and minimum value. Like right
Yeah,
now, you replace it with
the
three.
next minimum or the next maximum
Yeah,
value. ठीक है? So because 1 is an outlier, तो अपन 3 लेंगे, which is the next minimum. So 3 will be included in this arrow. Then, क्योंकि 16 is our maximum, but it is also an outlier, so we will not take that as maximum. Next maximum will be 14. So 14 तक अपन यहाँ पे ये ray बनाएंगे till 14. So this is our box. This left hand side, this arrow is known as lower whisker. And this upper arrow, or the right hand side arrow, is known as upper whisker. Upper whisker. So that's why it is known as box and whisker diagram. Okay, what is it? What it is representing is, it is giving us a good idea. This is our median. The box is giving us the range of the middle half of the observations. It is the middle half of the observations. Okay, so middle values, 50% in the middle values are lying between this range. Jitna box bana hua hai. The lower
interquartile range only, na?
Interquartile range is range of the middle half.
And so also for like the lower whiskers and all, you've drawn arrows, but इसमें they use like box.
Okay, it's just a point. Sorry. Take the points rakh lo. Just points. Great. So just line segments, I guess. ठीक है. So this lower whisker, what is it representing? It is representing the lower 25% of the data. ठीक है. The lower 25% of the data is represented by lower whisker. The upper 25% of the data is represented by upper whisker. And asterisks are representing the extreme values.
So, but a question. So usually like in our data, we have like 4 equal parts, right? But this doesn't seem equal. Because when we divide like the interquartile range, the median and the upper quartile divides it into 4 equal parts. But that doesn't seem like 4 equal parts.
क्यों बता? कोई reason बता सकता है उसके लिए क्यों है ऐसा?
I mean, like, because range of values are there now. I think that might be a reason, because in the first.
No, because this is not giving us a frequency. Frequency थोड़ी बता रही है. जैसे यहाँ पे 6.5 से लेकर 8 तक है. तो you are saying that ये वाला 25% of the data है एक तो. समझ में आ रहा है क्या तुझे?
हाँ.
Q1 से लेकर Q2 तक 25% of the data है. This looks small, whereas this looks very big. This looks very big comparatively, but this is still 25% of the data because यहाँ पे frequency नहीं पता चल रही अपने को. So the frequency between this small gap is more than the frequency here.
Got it, sir, got it.
Or actually you can say कि यहाँ पे frequency ज़्यादा होगी because this is narrower. But we do not know actual frequency. जैसे अपना पहले के histogram और column graph में पता चल रहे थे.
So what if they ask us, like basically because of the repetition, there's a high frequency between Q1 to Q2. So is it possible that they might ask us questions regarding that, or they won't? Because इससे कैसे पता चलेगा?
It's difficult to ask what type of questions they will ask here for frequency. ठीक है? Frequency के लिए इतना कुछ इसमें आप बता नहीं सकते. You can just say कि this is narrow, so this will have more frequency in the data. This range of values -6.5 से 8 तक.
ठीक है sir.
ठीक है, but we cannot say anything. So let's understand. Let's go to question 3 from this exercise. Match each graph with its box plot. So this is quite easy but important, which is what is happening here. जैसे A part देखते हैं अपन. First graph. This is a column graph. Distinct values हैं 1, 2, 3, 4 up till 8. उसकी frequencies plotted हैं. So we can see that the frequency of 5 and 6 is quite high. ठीक है? तो मीडियन अपना कहाँ पे आएगा? कुछ बता सकते हो कि इस ग्राफ से कुछ? यू कैन टेल मी अबाउट द मीडियन.
Choice of which graph?
Question number 3A.
So approximately मतलब ऐसे अगर बोलना है तो we can say it will come between 5 and 6.
It will come between 5 and 6. मतलब उसके आसपास होगा.
हाँ उसके आसपास.
हाँ. We can actually calculate as well. ठीक है? Calculate करना इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. 2 is occurring one time, 3 is occurring 2 times, so we can add all the frequencies to get the total number of observations. तो एक बार करके देखो कितना आ रहा है. 1 plus 2 3 plus 3 6 plus 6 12 12 plus 8 20 22 23. 23 is our number of observations. So 12th observation will be our median. 12th observation कहाँ पे आ रहा है?
So it's 5 का last term, so it's 5.
Yes. 12th observation will be 5. So 5 is our median. 5 median हो गया. Now we have to match it to our box plot. तो कौन सा है A B C D में से जिसमें 5 median आ रहा है? A. So that is our answer. ठीक है? That will be our answer. You can see from this. अभी आगे चलते हैं, उसके बाद पता चलेगा. और say B part, जो B में जो ग्राफ बना हुआ है, उसमें अपन देख सकते हैं that 2 has the highest frequency. ठीक है? So median will be around 2. ठीक है? जरूरी नहीं कि 2 ही आए. It will be around 2 क्योंकि उसकी सबसे ज्यादा frequency उसके आसपास जो values हैं. This kind of graph जिसमें एक तरफ अपना shifted है ग्राफ पूरा, ठीक है? The values are more towards one side. This is known as positive sorry about this. Positively skewed graph. Positively skewed graph ऐसा होगा. So if I kind of make a curved line representing the frequencies, it is like this. Because यहाँ पे अपने पास median इसके आसपास आएगा because this has the highest frequency around this. We will get the median. जरूरी नहीं है कि यही आए. But because the right hand side is very longer, ठीक है? इसमें एकदम ऐसे stretch हो गया है. It is not symmetrical. So this is known as positively skewed. If the graph is towards the left side, so that means कि positive side, right hand side को अपन positive लेते हैं, तो positive side if it is stretched, then it is positively skewed. So negatively skewed will be something like this. Something like this. यहाँ पे एक और add कर देते हैं. So most of the frequencies are on the left hand side, on the right hand side, and left hand side में it is a bit stretched. so it is known as negatively skewed. It is not symmetrical around the center. ठीक है, so B part. Why was this important? क्योंकि जब negatively skewed होता है तब box plot अपना ऐसा बनेगा. It will be towards the right hand side. If it is positively skewed, in that case box will come on the left hand side. तो जहाँ पे frequency ज़्यादा होगी वहाँ पे box बन जाएगा, जहाँ पे frequency कम होगा वहाँ पे ऐसे line बन जाएगी. So B के लिए can you just quickly just tell me which will be the box plot?
So will be D.
D हो जाएगा because it is towards the left hand side. It will be representing the data in the graph B. C.
C.
C के लिए C हो जाएगा. We can see that there are outliers, so that it's quite easy to match. And center में हो रहा है, symmetry है center के around, excluding the outliers. That is given, that is same as C. So that is our answer. D के लिए D के लिए B हो जाएगा. So nothing very different in that. Okay, आगे चलते हैं. Let's make one more box plot. या फिर इसमें से ले लेते हैं, parallel box plots में से ले सकते हैं. Parallel box and whisker diagrams. Parallel box plots. We make these types of plots for when we have two different data sets and we want to compare or see the similarities or the differences between them. So basically we want to compare them and there are two different data sets, not one. There are two different data sets. तब हम parallel box plots बनाते हैं. That means we are making two box plots together to compare them. Example, I'm taking 10 example from the book. Example 10, page number 337. So not writing down the data values, we are given the time taken for an anesthesia to effect on a patient when we have an old drug and a new drug. So what are the different times in seconds? All right, so सबसे पहले we will be arranging the two data sets in an order, ascending order. So old drug के लिए, because box plot करने के लिए we will be needing the 5 values that we'll be needing. The minimum Q1, minimum value Q1, Q3, median and maximum value. And if there are any outliers. ये क्या हुआ? 9 ऐड नहीं किया मैंने यहाँ पे. How many are there? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Three, four, five, six, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Two quant values 21 है एक तो. एक कौन सा मिस कर दिया? Ten is 3 times, 11 is 3 times, 12, 13, 14, 14 is 2 times. Okay, new drug.
Twelve is there thrice. Sorry, वो last वाला.
7 is also 7, 3 times. Eight is 6 times. Nine is 4 times. 10 is 3 times. Okay. इतना ज़्यादा टाइम तो नहीं लगना चाहिए था अरेंज करने में. चलो, so अरेंज कर दिया. Now we want to find the different quantities. इसके लिए लिखते हैं minimum is 5, Q1. अभी निकालते हैं. पहले median लिख देते हैं. Median जल्दी से बताओ. ट्वेंटी वैल्यूज हैं, उसमें से मीडियन बताना है.
ओल्ड ड्रग का 10 है.
ओल्ड ड्रग का 10 है. टेंथ ऑब्जर्वेशन, 11th ऑब्जर्वेशन, इन दोनों का मीन इज अगेन 10. सो 10 इज आवर मीडियन. ठीक है. Q1 बता. Q1 एंड Q3.
Q1 is 8 because 9 number of observations, and then the fifth one is 8.
9 नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस थोड़ी होंगे.
अच्छा नहीं, sorry. अच्छा नहीं, 10 number of observations and 8 and 8.
या 10 ऑब्जर्वेशंस तो फिफ्थ एंड सिक्स्थ का मीडियन, सॉरी मीन, दैट इज 8. एंड नेक्स्ट 10 का median will be fifth and sixth observation of the next 10. So that is 12 and 13, so 12.5. In दोनों का mean. In the next half, fifth and sixth observations का mean. Okay, this is about the old drug. New drug, minimum is 7. Q1 median और Q3 बताओ.
Median is 9.
Okay.
Q1 is 8 and Q3 is 10.
Okay, जल्दी से check करते हैं एक बार. Median. So 20 observations. even observations 10th and 11th term का mean would be the median. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10th observation is 9, 11th observation is 9. दोनों का median, दोनों का mean will be the median, which is 9. Correct? Q1 के लिए ये 10 observations हो गए, उसमें से fifth and sixth इनका mean, that is again 8. So correct. Next 10, 1 2 3 4 5. So fifth and sixth observation of the other 10, इसका भी 10 हो जाएगा. So correct. 8, 9 and 10. Maximum is 12. Now we can make the box and whisker diagrams. We'll be making them on the same number line. We want values from 5 to 21. 5 से 21 के बीच में बनाओ इसमें. I'll make a bigger one diagram here. इसको ध्यान रखना. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. You can take any scale, whichever you prefer. ठीक है, मैंने तो अभी यहाँ पे 1 unit ले लिया है हर जगह. You can take 4, 6, 8 and so on, or whatever you want to choose. So now minimum value, पहले ऊपर वाला बनाते हैं old drug. So 5 is our minimum value. I'm not finding any outliers yet. देखते हैं क्या होगा. So 5 is our minimum value. 21 is our maximum value. Median is 10. Median is 10. Q1 is 8 and Q3 is 12.5. So Q1 से Q3 के बीच में box बनेगा for IQR. So this is our box. Median will be the line between that. बाकी अपना line बनेगा. This is lower whisker. This is upper whisker. This is our box and whisker diagram for this old drug. The new drug. इसके लिए minimum value थी 7. Q1 was 8. Q2 was 9, which is median. Q3 was 10 and maximum value was 12. So Q1 से Q3 के बीच में box. Median is 9. And this is our upper whisker, this is our lower whisker. So these are known as parallel box and whisker diagrams, parallel plots, parallel box plots. So we are making two box plots together to compare them more easily. Now the question is, they wish to know which drug acts faster and which is more predictable. Which is faster and which is more predictable? Can you conclude that from this diagram? पहले faster के लिए conclude करो. Can you say anything about which drug is faster? You can't say anything. What happened? Class में हो गया तुम लोग या नहीं हो? I am not able to understand.
Sorry, so someone came in my room.
Okay. All right. बताओ.
So question क्या था?
Can you tell me which drug will be faster from this diagram?
So the faster one would be one with less spread of data, or like the faster as in no, acha, एक value faster than the old drug because there's 5. But if we're talking overall, then then the new drug will be faster.
Reason?
So because when we look at the box plot, so the median is also before the old drug's median, and the range of values is also less, which is like before, like because in the old
Correct.
drug it stretches out till 22, when in the new drug it only goes to 12.
You can give a complete answer like this. You can say that the median here for the new drug is 9, whereas median here is 10. So of course median अगर कम है, that means कि middle value जो अपनी आ रही है वो भी कम है. ठीक है? The middle value of all the times is less than the middle value of the old drug, so it is definitely faster. We can also say, or you can add in this, that the middle half of the middle half of the data is between 8 to 10, whereas the middle half of for the old drug is between 8 to 12.5. So again, the new drug is faster in more in more number of cases. Then you can also say, add into this, that the range of minimum to maximum for new drug is from 7 to 12, whereas the range for the new drug is from 5 to 21. So yes, it is faster.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, क्योंकि उसमें एक तो वैरी नहीं कर रहा है ज्यादा, बट वैरी वाला इसमें नहीं डालेंगे अपन. यू कैन जस्ट से, क्योंकि वो सिर्फ एक कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड स्पेस में है, एंड यस इट इज like 50% of the cases are only from 8 to 10, whereas 50% of these cases are from 8 to 12.5. So we can see that the new drug is faster. And uske baad, predictability. Which one is more predictable?
The new drug only, because there's
New drug. Yes. Kyunki now we will say that because the old drug is varying from 5 to 21, so it is less predictable than the new drug, which is only varying from 7 to 12. So maximum it will go for 12, minimum it will go to 7. उसमें भी ये भी ऐड कर सकते हो that the middle half of the values are from 8 to 10, whereas यहाँ पे middle half of the values are from 8 to 12.5. So less predictable for even for the middle values. वैसे तो that is sufficient. That this is going from 5 to 21, whereas this is going from 7 to 12 only. Okay, so that is all. Let's see. अब यहाँ पे अपन outliers निकालने की अपने को इसमें जरूरत नहीं है, because they will be included into the data and they will help us understand which one is more predictable. ठीक है? So but we can still make them. ठीक है? Outliers तो बना ही सकते हैं, but ये ध्यान रखना है कि outliers को exclude नहीं करना है. So if we look at it, if we look at the old drug, we can write the outliers. So outliers के लिए अपन देख लेते हैं कि क्या होगा. Upper boundary was Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. So this is equal to 12.5 plus 1.5 into IQR. IQR is 12.5 minus 8, which is 3.5. So 1.5 into 3.5. This is 5.25. So 5.25 plus 12 is 17.75. This is our upper boundary.
We're doing it for the old drug, right?
Yes, old drug.
So why is it 1.5 into isn't it so interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, which is 12.5 minus 8, which would be 4.5.
Yeah, sorry, correct. 4.5. 4.5 into 15, 1.5. 6.75. So 6.75 plus 12.5 is 19.25. This is the upper boundary. So 21 is an outlier. Lower boundary check करते हैं. Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR, which is 4.5, and Q1 is 8. So 8 minus 6.75, 1.25. 1.25 से less नहीं है, so only one outlier. This is an outlier. It will be represented by an asterisk here, and the next maximum value will be 16. Okay, for this, let's check. वैसे हो सकता है इसमें नहीं हो कोई सभी. Outlier for this upper boundary. Q3 was 10, is 10, plus 1.5 into IQR. IQR is 10 minus 8, which is 2. So this is 13. So no outlier there. Lower boundary, Q1, which is 8, minus 1.5 into 2. So this is 5. Again, no outlier here. So there's no outlier in the new drug. Okay, so this is about representation. Abhi ek apna aur bacha hua hai, which is cumulative frequency graph. So that we'll be understanding in the next class with percentile and standard deviation and variance. So next class mein apna ye chapter khatam ho jayega. Are you guys facing any other problems in any other chapters?
Not, I mean, the ones I had as sent and new chapters, though I haven't done from papers, so I'll start doing that and then I'll ask you notes.
Which papers are you doing?
So I'm going to find like past year papers missed, then I'll do.
Okay, past year papers. But past year papers you won't be able to find for 11th standard, or do you have any source for that?
So past year papers to 12th grade ki honge boards ke, but that because it's the same syllabus hota hai, so it's the same thing only. But I'll just have to skip a couple of questions.
Yeah, you'll have to. You will have to skip a lot of questions, I think, because in a lot of the questions there is interconnected chapters. So
topic-wise papers. I think there's a website for that which I found last time.
Okay, अगर तेरे को questions और चाहिए हो किसी topic के लिए तो मुझे बता देना, ठीक है? I have past year papers questions which I can share with you.
Okay,
ठीक है? Topic wise भी है मेरे पास, तो it will be good if you just let me know and I can share that in the group. क्योंकि तुम लोग काम नहीं करते हो तो फिर मैं ज़्यादा तुमको भेजना नहीं चाहता हूँ, otherwise you get frustrated with so much to do. ठीक है? If you require questions, if you're not able to find them or you want to practice more, you can just send me or ping me and then I'll send you the questions.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है? Okay, that's it for today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
HR, what are you doing for your preparations?
So as far as math goes, I will go to the site and it's called ExamMate. तो उस पे पास ये papers मेरा उसमें questions मिल जाते हैं. Otherwise, लेकिन मैं book से कर रहा हूँ और मैं भी खुद से induction वापस करूँगा, तो मुझे उसमें थोड़ी problems हुई थी.
Okay, हाँ तो the simple funda is if you're facing a problem, जल्दी से मेरे से पूछना है सबसे पहले. Don't just keep doing it on your own, ठीक है? Because that'll take a lot of time and it will be convenient and it will be saving us a lot of time if you just ask me and then understand on your own again.
Yes, sir.
तो send कर दे कोई भी doubt हो तो, ठीक है? Past year papers के लिए same thing applies. I have some resources which I can share with you. So tell me if you need questions. अगर नहीं मिल रहे हो तो उसमें भी time waste नहीं करना है ज़्यादा, ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ठीक है, ध्यान रख पढ़ाई पे I mean keep practicing and कोई भी डाउट्स आता है तो मेरे से पूछने हैं सबसे पहले, ठीक है?
Yes, yes.
ठीक है, all right, bye.